Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you for being with me again today. We got some numbers here provided by the Russians, though, on how much the energy will cost Europe with its new sanctions imposed on Russia. Obviously, this is coming from the Russian side, so obviously it's going to be probably a big an exaggeration, but nevertheless, this is the news coming from Reuters from June 16th, 2022. And this is the title. Russia says Europe faces $400 billion in costs in higher energy prices. Russia promised on Thursday to speed up talks about increased gas sales to China and warned that Europe would pay a hefty price for its oil embargo against Russia. Deputy Minister Alexander Novak said Europe would pay an extra $400 billion in higher energy prices and could face a shortage of oil products. He did not give a time frame. Russia is heavily reliant on its multi-billion-dollar energy exports for its financial health, while more than half the European Union's gas imports came from Russia, leaving the bloc exposed to any supply disruptions. EU leaders have agreed an embargo on Russia's oil sales, which they say could cut out 90% of Russia's oil exports to Europe. Novak predicted the plan to cut oil imports could lead to a shortage of oil products in the European market. Speaking at Russia's flagship International Economic Forum in St. Petersburg, he also blamed, and I'm quoting, poor energy security planning, and quote, in the US and Europe for record high pump prices and surging inflation. Russia says it can switch energy exports away from Europe to countries like China and India, which they already do it already does it, in order to cover the loss of lucrative European sales. However, Novak said Russia's energy infrastructure, most of which is directed towards supplying its Western neighbors, would need to be developed to ensure pipelines and supply routes could reach new market and ship increased volumes. Yes, that is what they do with China. They're building like two or three pipes. They already built one. Two or three pipes that would be like nothing that has been built with Europe to get gas. It's going to be something enormous, and they already have some other ones. I think one or two they have. So $400 billion it costs, but it didn't say for how what would be the time frame that would help, right? I can't help you with that answer, but nevertheless, I'm pretty sure that they will be hurt. But I think Europe will be hurt more in my assessment because it needs it. You say, okay, the other ones need it so they can pump some money in their economy and get some revenue from selling the oil. That's true. That's true. But Europe is about a standard of living. It's one thing when you can't, you're crying because I don't know, you don't have food, and the other thing is you're crying when you can't buy a Bentley or something. So when you're so how do you call it? I would say spoiled. Everything that been taken away from you, an ice cream that you had every day whenever you wanted, or a Coca-Cola that you can drink every day. If you have to drink every other day, it's going to be harder because it's something that's taken away. The other guys, I'm talking about the Russians. I don't want to say that. Oh my God, they're used with scarcity, but they're more used with the life of scarcity than the Western ones. So uh, besides, we talk about energy here. We talk about light. We talk about, I don't know about light, but we talk about gas heating the houses, economy, industries functioning, uh, cars running, trucks transporting goods. It's a lot of things that if you don't have fossil fuels, your industry, certain industries, it stops, it collapses. You need it. It's a need. It's a need. So I don't know. I can't compare them, but nevertheless, it's stupid as it is because these guys impose sanctions at this one, and they both, it's going to be a mutual destruction. Even though so far, as far as I found in the news, Russia found new markets. The price for oil and gas, right, shoot up. It sells it. Russia sells its fossil fuels at a discount, so finds pushes the other uh, pushes the competition out. The problem is on the other hand, the Europeans, they need gas. Where do they get the gas from? Norway is already booked. They can't pump more. They can't suck anything. Produce. They can't provide more gas. And then you have the United States, who's going to provide how much it can provide liquefied natural gas, which is much more expensive, and I don't know how much the supply would be. The demand would be right increasing because let's say the economy is growing, people are more are having kids and so on, so the population is growing, so the demand is going to be growing. Now, where do you get the supply from? It's a tough situation, and it's the winter is coming, and I know an area where it's going to be kind of a problem not having gas for this winter. And the Russians, Gazprom, cut off some of its deliveries to Western Europe or to Europe, and it works at 40% capacity. And Germany is crying, "What's going on? This is this and this is that." And the Russians said, "Well, it's not us. It's something that it's a piece of equipment that broke, and we need it from Canada, and the Canadians are not uh, efficient enough." So I'm back. So as I said, it's unfortunate that it's a mutual destruction, and all this could have been avoided. And again, I'm going back to the Minsk agreement. That's the bottom line. I think that's, or if you want me to go even before that, I can go to the overthrow of a legitimate, democratically elected government of Ukraine with the help of foreign services. That's where everything started. If you want to be honest, that's where the whole thing started, and then it came like a snowball, grew and grew and grew. And I think that some countries even how should I put it, allowed this to go this way. It was like a chosen path. But that's my assessment based on how happy some really interest in some countries are, and some industries how well they're doing right now. Just a coincidence, coincidental, because of the war and sanctions. Everything is like went according to plan. If you want me to quote the Joker from the Batman, according to plan. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, and they look like people that have a plan. Oh my God! Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.